They executed 5 people at once. Someone's actually been physically lifted and thrown against a wall in here. Is someone sitting on the bed, glowing red eyes appear, particularly in the mannequin. The man in the corner is like really imposing. It's like the face is just changing. Whoa. Rattling their chains, banging and screaming and yelling.
That was another noise.
I can hear footsteps out there.
So can I.
Lives were ended here. Hey Crypt Keepers, thank you for tuning into AmysCrypt. Tonight we are going to continue our paranormal investigation at the Hobart Convict Penitentiary, and things are only going to get darker and scarier here as we venture into the most haunted areas of this very old building. So stay tuned. The Hobart Convict Penitentiary is considered to be one of the most haunted places in Tasmania, Australia. The old prison dates back to 1821 and has seen thousands pass through its doors. Already tonight, our paranormal investigation has yielded some interesting results from one of the former underground solitary confinement cells. It's just constantly fluctuating.
Scratch.
Scratch. Are you gonna scratch me? Cold draft coming through here. Seriously, right now my legs are very, very chilly. Yes. Who does that?
Daniel.
Daniel, a young boy, only 19, who was hanged, named Daniel. Tonight, we continue our paranormal investigation in a cell where glowing red eyes have been seen and a dark force has violently attacked visitors, as well as the former Gallows, where 32 people were executed and many disturbing and unexplainable events have since occurred. Will we uncover the secrets of the Hobart Convict Penitentiary and find out if this piece of Australian history is truly haunted? Alright guys, so I'm actually standing right in the middle of the convict penitentiary now, and this place has been quite active. People have had paranormal experiences here. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time to investigate this area, but I did want to show it to you guys and just tell you a few pieces about the history and people's experiences here. So people have reported to feel a lot like they're being watched in this area, and they've also reported to hear a lot of noises coming from beneath them, which is interesting because if you look down over here, the solitary cells are literally built beneath this chapel, which is in a lot of ways just a little bit sick. So apparently when they would do their Sunday service here, they would fill up the church with the convicts here. And they were quite rowdy times. Supposedly they would, sell contraband and things like alcohol, even candy and stuff. But one of the weirdest things to me is that they could actually hear the convicts that were downstairs stuck in solitary confinement. And generally what they would hear is them rattling their chains, banging and screaming and yelling. They could also smell putrid smell coming from beneath them, and that was because there wasn't really any way to deal with the human waste that was down there. So it is quite disturbing to think about, and it is just an interesting piece of history here. So I wanted to show it to you guys, but we're not going to be able to do too much in here. Also, why half the church is missing is because they started to demolish this and move bits and bobs to the new prison, and they only got halfway, so it's kind of cool that this much got saved. Alright guys, so I'm just about to head into the refractory cell, and this is maybe one of the scariest places in this whole, prison area, because this cell, there's been some, I don't know whether it's classed as poltergeist activity, but someone's actually been physically lifted and thrown against a wall in here.
I witnessed a guy be picked up off the side of the bed here and thrown against the wall behind you. It took 3 of us to get him up and out of here and out the front door, and he's not been back since, and I don't like it in here.
There's also commonly reported that glowing red eyes appear, particularly in the mannequin, and that is said to be spotted a lot of the time by little kids, which I think just makes it even creepier.
A lot of people see glowing red eyes in the mannequin behind you, and yeah, they just don't like it. It feels uneasy in here for them.
So now I'm going to head into the cell by myself, but I'm going to take my thermal imaging camera and I'm just going to kind of scan the room and see what's up, see if there's anything that's really hot, really cold in there. And yeah, I don't know what we're going to find in there, but let's head in. Okay, so I really can't see anything. I'm going to show you my hand, which actually that looks sick. Alright, so I'm in the room now. I'm going to say it's 18, 19 degrees in here. That's Celsius. I'll put Fahrenheit below. So it doesn't seem... I can't really see anything. It's like it's just white noise in here. So I don't think there's anything out of... Okay, that's Mum. You look weird. Do you have your jacket around your waist or something?
Yeah, do I look like I've got no legs?
No, you look like you've got a hole in your guts.
Oh.
Like you've got a hole in your stomach. Alright, so I think that it looks kind of normal in here. I'm not getting any weird vibes.
No.
But I say we just reach out and see what happens. Alright guys, so we're just in that refractory cell. And it does feel creepy with all the lights off. Also with this friggin' mannequin here, like, ugh. The mannequin, I can hear some sirens going by. That must be an ambulance passing by. I've set up a K2 on the base of the bed, and then a whole bunch of Why are you looking behind you?
Oh no, it just feels breezy.
Just film behind you then. Is there something there?
No. No, there's nothing there.
Creepy. Alright. Let's focus in this cell then, but if you feel anything behind you or anything happens, just film it.
Yeah.
Because who knows, a ghost might sneak up behind you.
Yeah, true.
Cat balls are everywhere, including inside the Wow. Okay. Hi. If someone's sitting on the bed, if you can you just lay down across the whole bed? Please. We also haven't introduced ourselves, sorry. My name is Amy, I'm here with Sonia. And we would love to talk to anybody or anything that is in this cell. Who is it that has the glowing red eyes? I would love to see that. I heard the red eyes appear on this mannequin next to me. Now, I'm going to explain something that I'm seeing right now, and it's going to be really, really creepy. So the mannequin next to me, when I look at it, because we are in such low light, I can actually see the face, like the facial features changing, if that makes sense. So we're in complete darkness. What you guys are viewing is infrared light provided from my camera and a couple of extra, you know, booster lights. But I can't see anything. It's completely dark. I've got the K2 little, you know, LED bulb on. And when I look at this mannequin, it's like the face is just changing. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys that that's paranormal. It is really, really, really creepy. And if I look into the corner and look at the mannequin, it looks like a real man and the face is changing. But I'm going to tee this one up to, like, you know, pareidolia. It's super, you know, our eyes aren't very good at processing things in low light. But it is freaking me out. I'll admit that. If there's someone here trying to make me feel uncomfortable, you're doing that. You're also giving me pins and needles on my leg. Why are you doing that? If there is someone here, can you make a noise? Can you touch one of those other balls as well? We've put a number of them out, including one on the mannequin. If you touch them and they move, they will actually light up like the one did earlier on the bed. I'm gonna sit on the bed. I'll probably crush one of my cat balls. Alright. I don't know where that went. Can you show me where that ball went? Just touch it and it'll light up. That will actually help me. There's a car going past. Oh, now the man in the corner is like really imposing because I'm sitting down and he's almost just standing over me. That's weird. Can you come sit down next to me on the bed? Just right near this green light. If you come close to it, you might be able to make it light up more lights, different colours. Alright guys, so the next part of this jail that I really want to investigate is one of the darkest here. This place did see quite a bit of death. Not to say there wasn't death anywhere else, but you know, over 30 people were executed here, and this is actually the original gallows. I thought that this would be a good area for a spirit box, so we are going to reach out. We have a number of people that were executed here, and yes, this is still a working gallows, which makes this place even more eerie. But we also have supposedly the spirit of an executioner known as Solomon, who doesn't really like people touching his equipment, supposedly doesn't like people standing on his trapdoor or using his, you know, the mechanism that actually made the trapdoor plummet. So I'm going to reach out on the spirit box. Before I do, there's one more really grotesque story. This is a true piece of history, so I'm going to tell it to you guys. But one day here, they actually executed 5 people in one day. And these weren't just, you know, we'll execute, you know, one every couple of hours and you get through 5. They executed 5 people at once. And if you look down where my feet are, can imagine 5 people standing on this one tiny bit of timber, this trapdoor. Apparently 3 people died instantly, their neck broke. But unfortunately there was 2 who didn't die and, you know, was slowly strangled and suffocated to death later. But that is just horrific. So you can imagine that, yeah, sure, there's probably some paranormal energy lurking around this area. It's a very sad, very, very dark place, so let's reach out. Hi, my name is Amy and I'm here with Sonia. And we've come to pay our respects to anyone who has passed away in this area. If there is anybody here who was executed, or maybe you were the executioner, Solomon, we're calling out to you. We would love if you could communicate with us through this device that I'm holding. Maybe you're able to use it to talk to us. I feel uncomfortable standing here. I don't know if it's a mental thing, but it also feels like the ground is shaking a little bit. I just heard a voice come through.
Yeah, I don't know what it said though.
I missed it too. Are you trying to talk to us? Should I not be standing where I am? Can you tell me what this is? Can you tell me what your name is? I would love to know what your name is. Are there any convicts here? I'm gonna try, sorry I can't see, I'm just gonna touch And he doesn't like anybody to touch his little pull piece down here, which would pull open the door, trap door. Solomon, are you around? I am hearing the words. What happens if I pull this lever? Can you tell me where this beam is from? Maybe you can tell me where you are originally from. Are you British? Are you from England? How did you get to Australia or Van Diemen's Land? Did you travel on a ship? I'm going to stand in the place I felt uncomfortable again because I haven't felt like that since moving. Can you tell me what the date is? Whoa. What was that?
That was a really loud creak.
That was from one of these beams.
Yeah, it was.
Whoa. 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 Did somebody just make a noise above our heads? I can hear footsteps out there.
So can I.
So I can't see anyone through the peephole. We are in a closed off area as well. We're like locked, literally locked inside this old prison, which is awesome, but there's no one out here, and the footsteps sounded gravel-like. So there's gravel down here, and that, is that what you heard too? You heard footsteps on gravel?
Mm.
Right, I'll go back in because
No one out there.
yeah, that's really weird. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep the spirit box. I'm just gonna keep the spirit box off for a second. If there is someone here and you managed to make a noise above us, I know maybe that was difficult to do, but if you could do it again or do something to give us another sign that you're around, I would really, really appreciate that.
That was another noise
That was.
from out there. Hello?
I've just got the K2 meter out, and this thing actually picks up on electromagnetic changes around it, and you know, if anything spikes, lights will come up across here. And a lot of people believe that ghosts can manipulate electromagnetic fields, so it's interesting when this goes off for no reason. I thought it would be an interesting area to use this device here at the Gallows. If there is anybody around and you're interested in what we're doing, don't be shy to come over, maybe come towards this device in my hand. If you come towards this green light, we might get a few more lights, a few more different coloured lights, and that would be amazing because it just shows us that you're here and you want to talk to us, and we would love to talk to you. We would love to find out who you are and more about you. So I'm just going to walk around. Just going to kind of see if anything happens here. Areas where it would be particularly creepy for something to happen. The noose. Now, I am told this is like a real noose, right? So, I mean, it would tighten around your neck, so to say, if it was used, which is eerie. Then we have the trapdoor. And I did read online that one of the paranormal things to happen here is a lot of people have reported to smell blood in this area, which I think is a little bit odd, as you know, hanging is a way of executing people that doesn't seem so bloody. So I'm not sure why that's a common thing to be reported, but we were told earlier that people in this area, particularly under the gallows, have smelt urine, which seems a little bit more fitting to being hanged. And phantom smells is something that kind of interests me. Now, it's so eerie to think that people's lives were ended here. Was that you?
I just tried. No, not me.
It sounded like it came
think it
from
was
over
you.
here. I wasn't moving. We're ended here. We're ended here. We're ended here. If somebody made a sound, are you able to come towards this green light? I think that was me just moving it around a lot, but it just lit up orange. I don't know if you got that on camera, but it doesn't really matter because I don't think it was anything. If there is anybody around, can you go towards that green light?
Is there someone there? I've heard sometimes this guy's eyes light up red.
There was a judge who died in this very seat. It looks like there's someone sitting back there.
What the f is going on? Amy's left me alone in the cell by myself.
One of the things I was doing when my camera messed up was I was messing around with these handcuffs.
Touch the ball or...
Oh my god, I really hope Mum is okay.
Mother.
Oh, yes.
Uh-oh. Mum? You alright? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. If you're interested in seeing and learning more about the Hobart Convict Penitentiary, make sure you are subscribed, you've got your notifications turned on. You guys can also do a bit more reading on this place or other haunted locations that I visited over on AmysCrypt.com. You guys can follow me at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.